Hello, survivors of the apocalypse and veterans of AtomRPG, welcome back to Trudograd. Welcome back to the snow. So, well, we had a nice and interesting talk with some interesting characters here. Oh, that looked cool, that it came in like this. That was dynamic. So, well, there's a lady with the turnip baby. And, well, not sure if she has some psychological problems or if she's just, you know, a crook who tries to take advantage of someone, a man. That is not unheard of, isn't it? But maybe both. So, let's see. So there's also an interesting taxi driver here. Oh, who's that? Passerby. Good day. I've got to get back to my beetroot stew. Well then, by all means, enjoy it. So... Well, and this guy? Hello there, can we talk? My only child was melted by mutant aspic and I'm on my way to the hospital right now. Oh, okay. Good luck. I hope everything turns out well. Then, here, oh yeah, this wide-shouldered man leans against his weathered car, crosses greasy arms and asks, "What are you looking for, dude? If it's a driver, then you're in the right place." I'm glad to hear that. I always wanted to take a tour of the city. No, I'd rather walk, but thanks for the offer. Well, right place, huh? What makes you better than the other taxi drivers? Taxi driver? Oh, my bad. The guys at the bar will have a laugh when they hear someone mistook Mika the wheel for a taxi driver. I transport cargo, no passengers allowed. Oh. Well, in that case... Must be hard to find clients if you're hawking your service in the street, huh? Well, it's a bit unkind to say something like that, but... Let's inquire, huh? Mika the Wheel dismisses our question with a wave. Long-term contractors took the whole blanket for themselves. Some are even subsidized by the city. Hungry times are coming for solo privateers like me. Oh, that's actually not so good to hear. Well, big companies sometimes won't take on jobs that a private entrepreneur would gladly pick up, right? That could be your niche, buddy. You know? You're right. These companies have gotten lazy. They won't do urgent deliveries except at triple charge. Not all merchants can afford that. I, on the other hand, am always willing to negotiate. I guess I'll survive after all, bro. Well, it's good that we could give you some hope. By the way, let's have a look what you offer. Oh, what's that? Corned meat, not exactly a gourmet meal. But this salted chunk of meat will keep for a good long time and has no pathogenic bacteria. That's good. That's good. Well, let's keep it in mind. But, well, it's his ration for the day, I guess. So, well, we have some questions. Can we answer them? Could you answer them? Okay, let's chat. But if a potential client appears, you disappear and let me talk to him. Sure. So, who are you exactly, buddy? I'm a truck driver. I live my life behind the wheel. If you want to know the details, I've had women, but never had a wife. I might have a few accidental children running around, but none that I know about. Don't even have a real home. I just crash at my friend's place most of the time or right here in the cab. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm a boring schmuck. Well, and do you like your job? I mean, you must have seen a lot. Behind the wheel, huh? Sometimes, yeah, a lot. Hustling for clients isn't much fun, but when it's time to hit the road, then my soul blooms like wildflowers in springtime. Ah, so you know spring, huh? So, and what do you think about Trudograd? Yeah, it's definitely better here than in Astrakhan. Although if those paranoid rumors about an army of northerners is actually real, things might get much worse. I'd rather not think about it. Well, then probably don't. See anything interesting on the road? Even on the big roads, there's no predator more dangerous than a human being. Once my buddy Vitya was driving his truck just outside Trudograd when he saw a frail old lady on the side of the road carrying a basket of berries. He picked her up and they were driving along making small talk when she began digging in her basket and then Vitya heard a metallic click. He looked over to see Grandma was now pointing a sort-of double barrel right at his face. Long story short, Vitya lost his cargo, his truck and his wallet. Serves him right for picking up hitchhikers. Turns out it was no old lady, but Albert Babushkin, a famous carjacker and thief, one of the many freaks roaming the highways out there. Okay, we should probably remember that name, huh? Albert Babushkin. Well, Good that we are warned now. Thanks for the answer. Yeah, I guess the roads are dangerous, huh? Can we change the subject? Is there anything else? No, okay. Well then, see you. See you around. Well then, here, yeah, there was this gentleman with the dog. Anything around here? No. So, the doggy. The dog. Oh, that's a cute picture here. The dog looks playful, good-tempered and goofy. It seems the best we can do is give him some pets and leave him in peace. Let's stroke the dog for a bit and leave. Looks a bit thin though, but also like... No, actually not really thin, but no. I think he's pretty good. He's doing pretty good. Healthy and muscular. Hello there. Oh, he looks a little bit intimidating, huh? A man of short stature is nervously jumping in place, while every so often glancing at a shaggy dog sitting nearby, happily wagging its tail. Oh, now the dog is shaggy. Well, the man is so consumed by this activity he doesn't see us approach. Well, I wonder if he's a commissar, communist commissar. Well, negligent hound, good for nothing, not even for supper. Really? I think he looks delicious. No, no, no. We're not saying that. Yeah, what's your problem with that dog yonder? Well, I might just cook you for supper for scolding man's best friend that way. Give me 1,000 rubles and this dog will haunt you no longer because I'm gonna kill it for you. Or we shout boo to frighten the man. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, what's your problem with that dog yonder? The man flinches in surprise and curses in an unfamiliar language. Like what unfamiliar language, I wonder. Also, he's got blue eyes, but he looks sort of Asian. I don't creep up on people like that. Lao why? Jeez. As for my people and my problem, yonder dog cost me an arm and a leg, and I'm starting to think the little chassis wasn't worth it. It doesn't guard, it doesn't shake a paw or stay or play dead. The one thing it does reliably is eat. Oh, I don't know what to do with this insufferable hound. Well, that's a miserable situation you've gotten yourself into, but enough about that. Wanna chat now? I'm a somewhat experienced animal trainer. Maybe I can help you. Yeah, I think actually we are. We have a lot of experience with Julba, our good old doggy. Yeah. Yeah. To say I'm no dog expert, but maybe I can solve your problem. I mean, that would be, you know... yeah, that would be... What's the word? Humble. Yeah, but I think like we can present ourselves maybe a little bit more positively here. So, I'm a somewhat experienced animal trainer. Maybe I can help you. The man gives us a skeptical look. I guess you could give it a try. His name is Haitian, sea cucumber in your tongue. Perhaps you will succeed where I failed. If you do not, you have my permission to put it down. Wow. Well, it's a deal, but can we chat for a bit first? Oh, let us talk, Lao Wai. Like, are you Chinese or something? Or, but he's not a Mongol, and also like blue eyes. That's like super unlikely, right? Oh, he's got a stimulant. And 30 shots for a handgun. So what's your name? I am Zixiao, and what may I call you? Well, glad to make your acquaintance. My name is... The man takes a step closer and bends forward from the waist to better hear our answer. Vitaly Ramenkov, the macaroni master. Vark, friend of nature. Pierre, friend of no one. Clyde Cash, the moneymaker. We are Hardball. Nice to know your name, Hardball. May it bring you good fortune in future. Well, let's hope so. What can you tell me about Trudograd? It is a big, powerful city. Not as big and powerful as Shanghai or New Beijing, let's be real, but still. So, now we know where you come from. Like, how did you get those blue eyes, I wonder? Like, is that even possible? A Chinese with blue eyes? But well, what do you do? I work for the Guangzhou Caravan Company in the rank of noble entrepreneur. This means I am trusted enough to work the caravan without constant supervision by a superior. However, I have nothing to sell right now. I am waiting for a caravan to take me back to our base in faraway Neo-Khabarovsk. Aha, is that so? Well, share some rumors with me. Do you see that the red star? In the north it is called Sigir, Wolf Star or Wormwood. In the west it is called Chigir, Lucifer or the Hesperus Star. However, the we Guangzhou Caravaneers are simple people, so we call it the unblinking and ever-watchful ruby eye of the wealthy cosmic dragon who we beg to send desperate buyers with sizable bags of gold our way. Easy to remember and descriptive. Well, now I think he's Chinese, right? Well, let's change the subject maybe. What do you know? Well, time for me to leave you be. Now, what is it? Oh yeah, actually, well, I should be going. So, let's talk to the dog. So here. A young male Alsatian tosses his head and looks at us with a silly expression on his muzzle. Woof! Okay, now it's a silly dog. So he's shaggy and silly. Well, Heischen, what do you think about a little workout? The dog goes cross-eyed and gives a little whimper. Well, we'll start with simple command. Sit, lie down. You should bark at strangers or anyone the slightest bit unusual and bite people who hurt your master. No, then you would develop into a hugely annoying dog. Yeah? I mean, who doesn't dislike dogs who are barking all the time? And I don't even know how people can stand it. Like, especially those old ladies who have these little pests who are barking all the time. And then in this high-pitched noise. It's horrible. Your master doesn't ever want you to run away. Stay by his side unless he tells you otherwise. Shit, you couldn't train this dog to eat a steak. I'll save his master the heartache and finish this myself. Attack. No. Here, we'll start with some simple commands. Sit, lie down. The dog stares at us blankly. What's the best approach for teaching him the basic commands? Well, we could assert our dominance. Lie down, I tell you, sit! Strength or survival. Use our knowledge of pack animal behavior, non-verbal communication. Or endurance. Make the dog sit and lie down hundreds of times while repeating the relevant commands until he responds without any coaching. Luck, say the command and hope the dog gets it. Let's do it with endurance. I think that's actually the way to go. Also, I mean, okay, no. Oh, I don't recall our stats. Now, survival is good. So use our knowledge of pack animal behavior, non-verbal communication. So there, success. We don't just pretend to be a dog, we become the dog. Soon enough, Heischen is following our lead, smoothly and gracefully imitating our movements. Alright. That's enough for today, but I'll be back. Alright, what's next? The dog goes cross-eyed and gives a little whimper. Well, I don't want to teach him, you know, to bark at everybody. Slightest bit unusual. Like, who would want that? I mean, okay, then it's a pretty good early warning system probably in this environment. But on the other hand, like, maybe it's actually a good thing. Yeah, and the Wasteland, I mean, in Civilization, it's actually super annoying. But, yeah, defending your master, that's always a good thing. Barking at strangers or anyone the slightest bit unusual. Yeah, let's do that. So, we bring the dog to his master and ask him to repeat the command attack until the enemy realizes he's supposed to attack you. Us. How are we going to pull this off? Well, attack me. What are you, scared? Do it, sissy. Or we make a stupid face and hope for the best? No. To survival. We use our knowledge of animal instincts to trigger Heischen's aggression. Success. Recalling the many stray dogs we've seen whilst wandering the wasteland, we are able to quickly anger Heischen by growling with the exact right tone. When his master says attack and unleashes him, the dog lunges forward and starts ferociously biting our pant leg. We repeat the why didn't we get something like an old blanket or so? for him to bite in or whatever. No, well. We repeat the exercise a couple of times until the command sinks in. Wonderful. Next command. That's enough for today, but I'll be back. The wonderful next command. The dog goes cross-eyed and gives a little whimper. Your master doesn't ever want you to run away. Stay by his side unless he tells you otherwise. We unleash the dog and he happily runs away. Oh, he says something in Chinese. We obviously need to teach the animal to stay by his master's side. Okay. Use our knowledge of animal sounds to call him to us, or dexterity. Run after the dog and drive him to his master to make him understand what he's supposed to do. I think we should do that. Yeah, let's run after him. Call the dog's name and hope it will work. No. Let's run after him. Because we are so dexterous. Success. We tirelessly pursue the dog, and eventually forcing him back to his master, who strokes him before letting him go again. We repeat the training until Haishin performs every time. Great, let's move on to the next command. So, and that's it. We taught him everything a dog should know. Perhaps we are imagining it, but the smiling mud looks grateful for our instruction. Take the dog to one side and for some inexplicable reason teach him how to pull the pin of a grenade. No, well... Oh, come on. I mean, this... I'm rather sure this is going to be dark, but also super funny. And I just saved the game before this conversation, so let's see. Let's try this one out. I guess he's going to blow himself up and the guy. Yeah. But let's try this. This is super dark. We should never do that, but just like for the exploration of the game, let's do that. So there, using simple words, gestures and charts drawn in the snow, we explain to the dog that next time he sees Master with the grenade, he should pull the pin with his teeth. Well, I mean, why would the guy have a grenade on the other hand, right? He's Chinese, so that's the question. Is he a good guy or a bad guy? That's the big question here. But well, my whole job here is done. I'd better go. And now he's going to give us a grenade, huh, as reward. Seems like this short man is still having dog trouble. Greetings, Lao Wai. You wanted something. Yeah, let's talk about the results of Haishin's training. I hope you bring good news, Yo Wai. I'm done. Your dog is a new person. Dog now. I see you have driven some sense into this hound, Liao Wai. As a token of my gratitude, take these 30 renminbi. Hey, don't pull that sour face. I'll pay that sum in rubles, of course. Let's see. 30 renminbi equals 300 of your local currency. A pleasure doing business with you. Well, your dog was wilder than most wolves I've encountered. Taming it was a heroic feat, deserving of a more heroic fee. Cover it up. Come on. I don't need a reward. Take care of that mud dude. No, we need something. Hey, much obliged. Now, can we chat for a bit? No, survival here. Success. I cannot doubt the words of such a seasoned warrior and wolf whisperer. For you, an additional 10 renminbi or 100 rubles. Well, thank you. Thanks. Can we talk some more? No problem, Honorable Lao Wai. Answer a couple of questions for me, okay? Okay, now then we already talked about that. How's your dog doing? Better than ever. The hound is now calm, obedient, and noble. If I had not personally witnessed your training routine, I would have thought you to replace it with an entirely different animal. Well, that's great. Good. It was nice talking to you, man, but I need to go. I have the feeling, like, I mean, the question is, like, what could happen in the future, right? Like, what could happen in the future? It depends if this guy is actually a good guy or a bad guy. And, well, what do we think? I have no idea. He seems polite enough and he's fair. And he also gave us money. But what was irritating was that that whenever he sees his master with the grenade, he should pull the pin. Yeah. But I mean, on the other hand, like, he can throw the grenade away as well. So, well. On the other hand, like there is not only the darkness, but also the potential. So like if this guy, yeah, maybe it's actually a good insurance. Maybe it's a good insurance. I mean, the guy might be on the bad side of things, yeah. And if he does that, then this is an insurance that the dog will basically check him. Now, on the other hand, he could also defend himself. So that's actually, that's the problem here. No, come on. No, we are not doing that. So, I thought maybe something happened. So this is like a long-term thing, obviously. So here, well, Heischen, what do you think about a little workout? So we'll start with the commands. Survival. Yes, alright, what's next? You should bark at strangers. Survival. Trigger the aggression. Wonderful. Next command. And if you run away, we do the dexterity. Alright. My work here is done. I'm off. So I just want to discuss stuff. Let's talk about the results of Heischen's training. I'm done. Your dog is a new person. Very good. Survive. Your dog was wilder than anything. Okay, an additional 100. Thanks. Thank you. Now I will take my leave after checking your stuff again. And this is 41 rubles. Oh, and it is addictive, by the way. Yeah, well, and well, I mean, he has the ammunition, but on the other hand, we don't have a weapon for that. So thank you. See you next time. So we only have the big machine gun, the RPD. Well, and admittedly 100 shots, so which is actually not so bad. Alright. Okay then, so I think this is how we go. So we did not teach this dog anything bad. Yeah. Because we are an honorable person. Oh, here. Looks a little bit like in Krasnosameni here. Hello there. A plump and perky woman of around 30 standing amongst a selection of farm fresh foodstuffs rests her hands on her hips and says, "Are you here to buy something, comrade? No free samples, doesn't matter how long you stand there staring. My food is so good it would be a sin to give away even the smallest bite." Well, what if your price is bite? Can I get a discount? Success. You won't buy anything without a discount, huh? I can see it in your squinty little eyes. Fine, as a favor to you, I'll knock a few % off. Well, that is so kind of you. Thank you so much, nameless lady. Well, let's see what... Well, nice. Can you answer a few questions now as well? Yes. Ask whatever you want to ask. Can you tell me about yourself? Me and my family live a long way from the city in the old Gagarin kolkhoz. I bake, my hubby raises crops, my daughters milk cows, my boys do manual labor, and come August we all reap whatever we sowed. Then I sell the crops and other produce we don't eat. Well, that sounds like a pretty stable, happy and healthy lifestyle, huh? And what can you tell me about Trudograd? Meh, what's there to say? Trudograd feeds merchants like me better than its own citizens, and them better than all these other poor souls. If you're lucky enough to have money, it's like a paradise. If not, you'll rot like the beggars in Grey Corner. Well, and how's trade? I'm not complaining. You know, fashion is always changing. First these stuck-up Trudogradian harpies painted their cheeks with beet juice. Now they are slathering turnip water on their faces before going to sleep. What a bunch of ignorant whos. Where was I? Oh yeah, fashion always changes, but eating fresh, healthy food will never go out of style. And that's why trade is going great. Yeah, that sounds pretty logical, huh? And did you hear anything interesting lately? Yeah, about some weird stuff that happened 2 years ago in Krasnosameni. That's a backwater little town far away from here. However, once the dust settled after all the commotion, nothing really changed. Does it ever? The same old authorities still have all the power. Well, that's usually how things are, right? Unless there's a revolution. Well, let's change the subject then. Show me what you're selling. Even a blind man could see the quality of my produce. Just look for yourself. Well, you've got biscuits, huh? A sweet roll. Oh yeah, and sausages and a head of cheese. Real cheese chases away hunger, brightens the mood, and makes one reflect on the state of modern cheesemaking. Warning, what it does to your breath might become too much. Oh, well. Yeah, we are not well. It's good to know that you have good stuff. And, oh, the clothes are worth 1,140 rubles, huh? By the way. So, no, I don't see a need to sell anything. Well, maybe the coffee. But, not yet. Okay then, so, many thanks. Tempting, but I gotta go. And then here... Ah, there. I am Demian, merchant and a world traveler. The blue-eyed salesman. Lowest prices in all Trudograd. The blue-eyed salesman greets us with a neutral nod. After a few seconds of complete apathy, his voice rings out with flat, fake enthusiasm. Ah, welcome to my store. I am Demian, the merchant, and my prices aren't steep. Come and see, it's almost free. Well, I'm something of a merchant myself. Give me a discount and I promise I'll be your most loyal customer. The merchant thinks our proposition over. Tallying the losses in his head, he finally sighs as if someone had rested an anvil on his chest and it was slowly crushing the life from his body. You drive a hard bargain, very well. If you're going to become a loyal customer, I will give you a discount. Yeah, that's great. Let's talk first, though. Sure, no harm in that. So what can you tell me about yourself? For most of my life I've been a merchant. First I traveled with the local caravan as a guard. Then I became a fledgling noble entrepreneur with the caravans of Guangzhou. And now I'm my own boss. Okay, and how's business? So. I spend a lot of money on gas since a lot of my suppliers come from distant villages. The local farmers' prices have gone up like crazy, all because they heard a rumor about some big unrest coming. So they are in a hurry to make as much money as possible while they can. Well, okay. We probably should do that the same, huh? By the way, do you have two different eye colors? Like one dark blue and one brighter blue? Is this just a shadow there? But well. In any case, interesting. And what can you tell me about Trudograd? Mighty city, would you look at those walls? The skyscrapers wreathed in fog, a real bastion of civilization. Okay, well, yeah. Looking over there, they indeed look mighty. Do you know any juicy gossip? People from nearby villages are talking about dark times supposedly on the horizon. They say the Northerners are going to take these lands and appoint their own commander over us. It's nothing but baloney as far as I'm concerned, but those bigoted fools won't stop with their hateful rumors. Okay, well, let's talk about something else. Sounds pretty intimidating, though. Show me what you got. Alright, let's talk business. Oh, cuirass. Aha, he's got a leather breastplate, but I'd rather make that... yeah, myself. An Ushanka hat. Well, this could be a good thing, actually. We had it in AtomRPG, like in the first game. Oh, this one has 15 speechcraft and code. We also had the army hat. Or don't we wear one already? Ski hat, cold resistance. So the best one is actually the Ushanka with 12. Oh, and the hockey helmet has also cold resistance. I wonder how that is going. Like just the plastic helmet. But well, the police cap. Powerful symbol of the old world. Anyone wearing it will certainly earn some respect from the average wasteland dweller. Headmophone. Or helmophone. A mix between a helmet, a hat and a two-way radio, usually worn by tankmen. Oh, this one has 14 cold resistance. I would have thought that inside of the tank it's actually usually rather too hot than anything else. But well, maybe not in the Soviet Union. Then the rooster hat. What's that? People came up with the name for this hat even before the war. Its elongated shape looks like a rooster coon. Does it actually? Yeah, well. Stealth and speechcraft. Okay, Fernandelka, a woolly hat with a bill. Such hats are all the rage these days. Ah, yeah. Well. But it's good to know that you have it. So, firstly, personality, as we turn to leave, the merchant stops us with a quickly raised hand. Wait, don't go! You clearly aren't from around here, so I feel I can trust you more than my nasty neighbors. Could you do a little errand for me? I'll pay you generously. Well, what errand? Spill it, man, and spare no detail. I live here with my young wife. I was divorced when we met, but with my beautiful Rimmer it was love at first sight. Damian is smiling, but then his face turns glum. Oh, for a second I was really happy for him there. Lately she's been tormented by some unknown force from the dark side. Whenever I return from a trip she's tired. I would even say sleep deprived. She says whenever I'm gone a bad demon torments her when she's trying to sleep, and I believe her, because one time I came back home in the middle of the night. As I was approaching our house I could hear her moaning and screaming as if someone was torturing her. Oh, poor Damian, I have a feeling where this is going to go, but well. When I entered I saw someone jump out the window. Who could it have been but that infernal demon? My poor Rimmer was cowering under the blankets, shivering all over, pillows and bedsheets scattered on the floor. Wow, what is this bad demon? Where did he come from? What does he want? Yeah, I mean, of course we are thinking, like, isn't it a simpler explanation that she's cheating on you? Or we could say, cool story, bro. Get her a gun before you leave town again. Yeah, what is this bad demon? Where did he come from? What does he want? I didn't get a good look, but the Rimmer says it's shaped like a small humanoid with horns. He enters the house through the cellar and locks the door so that my beloved can't flee, and then dances and throws her clothes on the floor and howls like a wolf. If she falls asleep, he licks his finger and sticks it in her ear, the playful yet terrifying rascal. Well, that's indeed also a bit disgusting, huh? Well, I wouldn't have believed it, but when I heard her moaning that night, I understood she was the victim of a supernatural entity. Well, I hope that you are not just very naive, my friend. But well, isn't a simple explanation that she's cheating on you? The man looks stunned for a moment. Well, no, not at all. I trust the Rimmer implicitly. It's a cursed demon from the pit, I'm telling you. Well, cool story, bro. Get her gun before you leave town again. What is that? Some kind of joke? My Rimmer isn't capable of hurting another being. She's a kind, pure soul. She could never shoot anyone, not even some horned imp from the depths of hell. Well, okay, and what do you want me to do? Here's what I'm thinking. Tonight, just like every other night this month, I will travel to the countryside to get some heads for the store, sneak up to our dugout after dark and see what's really going on. If you hear any whining and moaning, feel free to break in. If you manage to catch that demon, tie him up for me. If you don't see anything or see something else, well, regardless of what you see, you'll get paid. Our hut has the Dove of Peace painted over the door. Oh yeah, okay, alright. I'll see if I have time for that. Let's talk about something else. Alright, let's talk business. So, well, we'll see you soon. We checked your stuff. So that's actually interesting. That's interesting and also funny. So let's go. Oh my goodness, so many traders here. That's a really nice marketplace here. Well, what else? What could we get here? It looks like fresh vegetables. Turnips turned out great this year. An ancient woman is carefully placing various vegetables and tubers on her stand. When she sees us, she claps her hands and says, "Hello there, sweetie. Buy something, it's winter and you'll need all the vitamins you can get." Oh, well, I guess... Well, can I get a discount, please? Just like that? Ah, sweetie, you are so charming. I believe I will give you a small discount. And take this apple too. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. Thank you. Could we talk a little bit? Oh, sure, sweetie. Ask away. Tell me about yourself, Nana. I sell all sorts of veggies here. Since my husband died, God bless his soul, I have to grow them all on my own. If not for my produce, I don't think my grandchildren would have survived. Aha. Well, so you are indeed a kind soul. Although, like, over here, you look a little bit impish. But yeah. Tell me about Trudograd. Well, it was a big city before the war. There were so many factories and a huge commercial dock, and it's still standing tall and proud, can you imagine? Too bad the climate's changed so much. We rarely used to have snow in winter, and look how much of it there is now. Yeah, it's indeed special. How's trade? Oh, sweetie, it's not all bad. I'm not earning the big city money, but I make enough to help my family out. Well, that's indeed noble, you know. What do you know about Trudograd? Well, it was a big city before the war. There were so many factories. Oh yeah, I think we already talked about that, thank you. Know any juicy gossip? People are saying there are monsters under the city. Monsters that look like living, crawling jellies. Maybe they are just stories, but who knows? Be careful around sewer entrances, sweetie. Oh well, now I will. Let's change the subject. So can I see what you've got, Nana? As you say, sweetie. Well, 10 rubles for a carrot. Now that's good. Minus 250 toxic. Those wasteland dwellers who still have their teeth might like to chomp on a carrot from time to time. Yum. Turnip. There are two kinds of people in this world. Those who love turnip and those who love beetroot. No third opinion is possible, and everyone who says otherwise is obviously a crypto beetroot fan. Corn. Yeah, we've got some good experience with corn, right? This guest crop from America became the local favorite thanks to the agricultural policy of 1957 to 59. The good old beetroot, filled with energy, increases virility. Favorite? No, it's a favored. There's no word like that. There's an E too much. Favorite delicacy in the Waste is juicy and sweet. This is more than just some boring old root. It's a lifestyle. And some good red apples. Tasty red apple. It's a bit sour, but where else are you going to find so many vitamins in the Wastes? An apple a day keeps the doctor away, right? Cabbage. There are many uses for a juicy head of cabbage. Eat it, salt it, feed it to the animals. A truly awesome vegetable, yeah. Also good for a stew. Potato, the queen of the wastes. Originally from South America, this root vegetable can now be found all over the globe. Yeah. An excellent invention of nature. So I think we don't need anything right now, but it's good, Nanny, that, or Nana, that we know that you are here. Many thanks. See you later. See you later, sweetie. Okay, so then here, this looks like beer without vodka is money wasted. Oh, she's selling alcohol. A dark-haired woman in her 40s gives up on her attempts to lure the passerby to a stand filled with various alcoholic beverages and focus all her attention on us. Hello there, stranger. So, a little bottle of liquor? A shot of vodka? What would you say to a little port sailor? Well, maybe, but in that case, can you give me a discount? Fine, I'll give you a discount. Are you happy now? You should be. I don't just give discounts to any old bum with his hand out. Well, that's good to know. Thank you. Could we talk a little bit before I'm going to look at your wares? I'm all ears. Tell me about yourself. Well, the most important thing to know is that I only buy from legitimate suppliers. I never dilute the drinks to bulk up volume. I don't add coloring to vodka to make it look like brandy. And I never drain a little bit from every bottle to get wasted alone at the end of the day and forget about my shitty life. What else could you ask from someone in my profession? Well, that's indeed, yeah, that's a good answer there. Can you tell me something about Trudograd? In Trudograd there's always a reason to have a drink, an engagement, a bar mitzvah, a wedding or funeral. Like just a while ago, this wealthy guy kicked the bucket and his wife bought 3 cases of my best sparkling wine. Of course, it's a little odd buying champagne for your husband's wake. Maybe people are right and they never really loved each other. Whatever. I don't care about that. I only care about the money. Well, at least you're honest. So, how's business? No, not bad. My prices are much lower than in those fancy shops in the city. But the quality is pretty much the same. So connoisseurs, even the rich ones, often come to me for their big orders. True story. Even if some people think they are too good to descend from their ivory towers and walk amongst us mere mortals. Yeah, well, that is a convincing story. And, well, what can you tell me about Trudograd? Sorry, but you know any juicy gossip? The bathhouse in the tavern has a rat infestation. Oh yeah, we heard about that. Every winter, as soon as they close up, the bathhouse starts crawling with rats. I've even heard those furry little bastards bring their own miniature sauna supplies, tiny bars of soap, little whisks and napkins for towels. Oh yes, they love getting squeaky clean. all the while wasting the taxpayer money that goes to chopping all that wood. Yeah, that's an interesting rumor, okay. So, well, look at the time. Let's change the subject. Well, let's see what you have. She's got moonshine. That looks pretty milky. A bottle of strong homemade liquor. We already have one, right? Didn't we get one? There, yeah. Denizens of the Wastes absolutely adore this stuff. Yeah, I think we rather use it to trade it or something. Pre-war vodka. Premium vodka. Back in the day it was for export and tourists only. So the poor Russians weren't even allowed to get the vodka, like the premium. Then the vodka from Ukrainian USSR. It's cheap. And it's strong. What else do you need? Beer, homebrewed beer. It smells sour and bitter and unsurprisingly tastes the same. Ew. Pre-war port wine. Not actually port wine in the USSR. This name was given to any fortified wine. Reduces attention lack. So actually there is no real reason to drink any alcohol. Or it reduces the cold. That's interesting. I mean, increasing luck and strength. Like if we need to do some manual labor, I think that's probably a good thing. This cognac was made back in the good old USSR, not for internal use. And she's got some triple cologne, named for its 3 main ingredients, bergamot, lemon and neroli oil. This perfume is called Triple. Many a man in the USSR dabbed himself with this unforgettable bouquet. And she also has this watermelon tincture, okay. Well, good to know that, you know, you are the booze merchant and you have the booze in case we need some. We already talked with that guy. Then we've got, I'm seeing some processed foods here. The dry, still youngish woman behind the counter is quickly stocking and rearranging various meats. She trims fat with the knife the size of a machete and neatly separates bones and intestines into 2 different containers. At the same time, she ceaselessly calls out for customers to peruse her meaty wares. Ah, good to see you, dear. You must be hungry. Fancy some meat? Well, sure, if you can give me a cut discount. Ah, so be it. I'll give you my best price, but I want you to know it's because of your good looks. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Well, I understand. Well, how about we talk a little bit? Alright, I suppose it's time I took a break anyway. What do you want to know? Well, tell me about yourself. Ah, my word, there's not much to tell. My husband and I live in the suburbs and breed cattle. When winter comes, we slaughter some of the animals and I sell the meat. You name it, we have it. Okay, that's good to know. Well, yeah. And there was, you know, there was this very short, sharp pain when you said that you had a husband. But, well, it's just how it is, I guess. What can you tell me about Trudograd? Ah, there's an underground revolutionary organization in Trudograd. The papers don't write about them. The radio's silent, but everyone in the city knows it's true. My husband believes they are going to show their mettle any day now. Oh, yeah? Well, let's see. That could become exciting, huh? For Trudograd and ourselves, maybe. And how straight? I shouldn't grumble. Not many of the city folks can afford fresh meat, but visiting merchants and adventurers always buy my sausages and ham to eat during their travels. Well, the ham sounds already pretty good, actually. Well, and did you hear anything interesting lately? This is no rumor, but an honest-to-God truth. The Northerners, there's an R missing here, are coming here in hordes. Soon there will be so many of them they'll drive the locals out altogether and put their war chief in charge of the city. Well, that sounds terrifying. Unless you are a nomad and don't care about the city at all. Well, so let's talk about something else. Suit yourself, you're going to buy anything? Yeah, let's see what you've got. So, ah yeah, so that's meat. That's corned meat. She's got some salt. Canned meat and sausage and cucumber brine. Brine or rasol is a favorite traditional remedy for a hangover. Well, I actually think we could actually buy some salt, because then we can, like, it's actually not super expensive. For 20 rubles. On the other hand, like, we could also rather Yeah, let's hold our money together. Despite her nice compliment, we could probably cook this meat anyway. So maybe next time, but it's nice to know what you have. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye-bye. Okay, and then here, oh yeah, he's got a lot of screws and bolts and stuff. Hello there, good man. Snort or something. The man behind the metal parts counter shivers violently, shifts his weight from foot to foot and breathes loudly into his cupped hands, but all his fidgeting doesn't keep him from calling out for customers and smiling at passerbys. When he sees us, his smile gets even wider. Oh, come on over, my friend, don't be shy, I'm sure I can offer you something useful, possibly many things. Well, that sounds terrific. How about a discount, my scrap-selling amigo? Sure, always happy to offer my best prices to any practitioner of the art of haggling. Yeah, it's always fun, you know. Well, how about we talk firstly a little bit? Sure, what in particular did you want to know? Well, tell me something about yourself. What you see is what you get. I sell scrap and pre-war junk, and if to you that's all it looks like, junk, I'm afraid my goods won't be to your taste. Otherwise, welcome. I have everything a do-it-yourselfer might need. Well, that sounds super. Because we love to tinker and craft, you know? What can you tell us about Trudograd? During the day, Trudograd is relatively safe, which isn't typical for such a big city. However, when night falls, let's just say, I wouldn't recommend loafing about outside after dark. You might run into mutants, hobos with shotguns, gangsters, and the devil knows what else. Well, that sounds interesting. And terrifying. How straight. Kommissar? Folk from faraway villages like Fogelevka are happy to buy my goods, but the city residents have grown lazy. Now that they have a few kopecks in their pockets, they are not much interested in crafting. Well, that's actually also not... Well, that's interesting and good to know, but on the other hand, it's bad to know, because I had thought that we could basically tinker something together and then sell it at a nice profit. But well... Do you know any interesting rumors? An old northerner in the hotel has a bone to pick with the merchant who ran over his son on the Trudograd road. The merchant paid for the funeral and gave some money to the grieving family, but he's not satisfied. It will all end badly, I swear on my mother's cold and withered corpse. Interesting. An old northerner in the hotel? Did we talk to that guy? I don't recall. But well, we'll see. Maybe we can run back there. Oh, he's also playing the card game. But I want to do this card game later. So, also, we are nearing the end of this episode. So, what can you tell me? And yeah, let's change the subject then. Let's see what you have. Yeah, did something catch your eye? Oh, you've got the toolbox. A box to organize, carry, and protect tools. The trusty companion to any handyman in the wastes. That is certainly something we should prioritize. For 758 rubles. Yeah. That is certainly something. Alright, that's good to know that he has them. Alright. Thank you so much. We're just looking around and we'll come back later on. Once we need something. Oh, and he's got a vacuum cleaner. Well, that is certainly interesting. Hello there. The balding trader keeps screaming out slogans, occasionally pausing to sip from his flask. Judging by his expression, what he's drinking isn't herbal tea. Greetings, mister. I'm always almost sold out, but maybe you'll find something you'll like among my wares. Well, we'll see. Do you have a discount for me? Okay, you talked me into it. I'll give you a small discount. It never hurts to please a new customer. Yeah, I understand. How about we talk firstly a little bit? Oh, fine. What do you want? Can you tell me something about yourself? I'm a stalker. I get all my wares from the Dead City. There are plenty of old-timey relics out there, but the whole goddamn place is one big irradiated zone, so you really need to be on your guard. Well, you don't say. Well, we've heard legends about the Dead City, right? What do you know about Trudograd? After the war, the climate out here in Trudograd changed. The surrounding area became swampy and it started to flood in the spring. That's why the wealthy citizens built their houses high up on the roofs of the pre-war apartment blocks, or on stilts at ground level. The poor souls on the lower floors keep boats or make rafts out of scrap. Oh, interesting, okay. Well, I guess then we need one too, huh? And how straight? Pretty good. I recently sold a bunch of medical containers for transporting human organs to a postman. Why a postman would need organ containers I cannot say, but he paid what I asked and that's all that matters. Oh, it could be that we actually ran into such a postman a while ago, a long while ago. Yeah. Well, did you hear anything interesting lately? Yeah, I heard that the Trudograd high-up signed an important deal with the Guangzhou trade conglomerate. Even here in the suburbs, I've seen one of their small-time representatives out training his dog. Yeah, that's good. We already ran into that guy. So, well, that piques my curiosity. Let's change the subject and show me what you have. As you wish, but I would urge you to make your purchase quickly. The stuff is selling like hotcakes. Oh, yeah? Ah. A welding helmet, -1 attention. Headgear to protect the eyes, face and neck from flash burn and heat when welding. Oh, he's got an old gas mask. The filters on this old gas mask are not quite 100%. It smells kind of funny and overall is in shoddy condition, but it could still save our life in a poisonous situation. Oh yeah, and a frying pan. At first glance, it's just a flat-bottomed pan used for frying, searing and browning food, but it can also be used as a moderately dangerous weapon. It doesn't give a bonus for cooking or anything, though. Yeah, well, we always carried them around, right? But... oh! A lockpick. Quality lockpick. Locks beware. And an empty canteen. We don't have one, by the way. Oh, and... oh! The Stalker Igor's knife. A regular knife with a curious handle in place of a pommel. It has a wheel combination lock. Oh, that sounds like something we should probably have, huh? Well, let's get it then. Can read is not that. Well... yeah, it's hard to determine what is actually super rare and what not. Well, let's just give him some money here. Oh yeah, I love this feature that it immediately gives the money that we have here. It saves so much time. What's that? What happens if I click here? Oh, is that, like, what does that do? Ah yeah, oh, such a good feature. Oh, thank you, developers. Thank you so much. That's so good. Although on the other hand, like, you prevent people from calculating in their heads, which is bad for their brains. A special coin that can be used to buy some atomic fizzy drink. What's that? Let's get that one too. And then we click here. What's that? Atom dog tag. The dog tag of an Atom member doesn't mean anything to most people of the Oasis, but the organization's members, it's a constant reminder of their duty. Okay, put it in around our face, huh? So the lockpick, well, that's certainly a good thing to know that he has that. Let's trade this one here. Many thanks, see you next time. I hope that we can actually rather find something like that. But it's good to know. So there's someone, he looks tired. The man behind the fish counter is absent-mindedly reading some pre-war book. From time to time he licks a finger, which in all honesty could be cleaner, and turns the page. As soon as he notices us, he sets the book aside and produces a sincere and friendly smile. Ah, looking for fish, for some fish. Good choice. With weather like this, you have to take care of your health. Well, that sounds indeed convincing. I could also do with a discount. What do you say? Okay, you win. I'll give you my best friend prize, but don't tell anyone. It's just for you. Okay, many thanks. Before I look at your wares, how about you answer a couple of questions for me? Well, what do you want to know? Well, tell me something about yourself. Well, I'm the best private fishmonger in the Trudograd suburbs, maybe even in the whole city. I spend half the year here trading and the other half traveling along the seashore, befriending fishermen. Ah yeah, what can you tell me about Trudograd? Like, do you know a lot of fishermen therefore, huh? But well. Wonderful city. Pity it's been torn apart by every variety of conflict. The elites oppress the lower classes oppress the northerners, and the northerners turn to crime. Also, rumor has it a horde of invaders will soon descend upon the city. But apart from these few niggling problems, Trudograd's the best city in the world. Well, it very well could be, right? Who knows how Red Fighter develops. But yeah. So, and how's trade? It's okay, there aren't that many customers, but they are all regulars and the competition is virtually non-existent. Oh yeah? Not many people selling fish, huh? Well, do you know any interesting rumors? People say that a demon haunts the wife of one of my fellow merchants at night. These must be terrible times indeed if evil spirits can torture people willy-nilly without so much as applying for a permit from the authorities. Well, that's indeed true. Well, we will look into that actually. We'll look for the Pigeon of Peace. Let's change the subject. So, let's see what you have. A humpback. Before the war, humpback was the local name for a large perch, but in the wastes the name stuck to this fish. Why? Nobody knows. Mutation prevents it from rotting. You can eat it raw, but it's still better to cook it. Yeah, or we make some sushi out of it, huh? Some old-timers say this fish is much bigger than its pre-war predecessor, the horned smelt. Which didn't even have horns, but who cares? The mutation prevents it from rotting. We can eat it raw, but it's still better to cook it. Three-eyed trout. We may not believe it, but the three-eyed trout looks exactly like a regular trout. Or trower. Is that wrong? I think so. Trout, except for the extra eye. A mutation prevents it from rotting. We can eat it raw, but it's still better to cook it. What's that? A canned fish. Oh. This can is filled to the brim with Caspian Sea spread in oil. It was made by the Trudograd Shore Cooperative in the year 2000. Well, what year is it now, actually? Well, thank you so much. Good to have a fishmonger as a friend now. So, and I wanted to ask this guy here. He's got a backpack. This athletic fellow is hauling a large backpack around on his shoulders. He looks into our eyes and states with a slight southern accent, "I don't know your name, Mera." Well, I don't know yours. Can you answer a couple of questions for me? Well, let me introduce myself then. Our counterpart nods, crossing his arms in anticipation. "Your name will be safe with me. Well, my name is Felix Edmundovich Kielberg. Call me Ishmael." Charlie Foxtrot. That's also fitting. Call me Ishmael. After the fishmonger, right? So, Charlie Foxtrot, the nocturnally incandescent CIA agent, or Fast and Furious furry Foma the wolf suckling. My name is a secret, but not for you any longer. It is Hardball. Thank you for your trust, Hardball. I swear I will use your name as leverage only if you force me to. As for me, know this. For my father gave me the name Artakshasha, but my stalker brothers named me something else. Call me Shere Khan. Shere Khan, like with the Jungle Book and stuff? Or what, that was Shere Khan, right? But well, why is it so important that you know my name? Knowing someone's name grants power. Like most of humanity, I have no idea how to use this power, but I know that it exists. Uh-huh. Why do bandits hide behind extravagant sobriquets? Why do stalkers and mercenaries use call signs? Truly, every person subconsciously avoids revealing his true name to strangers. I do not pretend to know the mechanics of this process, but ignorance of these tenets does not exempt me from respecting them. And yet you told me your real name. Are you sure that Artakshasha is my real name? The stalker smiles enigmatically, but under our heavy gaze, the smile slowly fades from his face. Okay, it is, but you told me yours, and I hope you weren't lying. So we now have equal power over one another. Bim bim bom, Artakshasha is dead. Well, let's say that. Although we are not lying, so we never lie. But I wonder what he says. I just saved the game, didn't I? Did I save the game before talking to him? I think so, right? Yeah, let's try this for the exploration. Hey, stop that! Chill, Tide, I was just playing with you. Boom, bomb, you are going to die. Dom. The stalker covers his ears in horror and quickly turns away. Let's run after him. What happens? Leave me alone! Well, now he's gone. Well. That was fun. For a second. Well, let's talk to him. And that's... Yeah, there. Hello there. Yeah. I don't know your name, Mira. Well, let me introduce you myself then. It is... Call me Ishmael. Hardball. Why is it so important? Yeah, it gives power. We don't know how and why. But... Yeah. So, I want to ask you a couple of questions. I'm listening, Hardball. Where are you from, Sher Khan? The stalker turns to one side and points to a pair of boots tied by the lace to the zipper of his backpack. The left one looks as if it had passed through the intestinal tract of some gigantic creature. The right has apparently been shot point blank several times. The name of my native land will not tell you anything, Hardball. But know this, when I left my house, these boots attracted many envious glances, for they were brand new. Now they are only suitable as a travel talisman. I wouldn't carry around old boots at all, because they weighed at least 1.5 kilograms or something, but well. As for where I'm going, I have not decided yet. I only know that I will change shoes more than a dozen times before I arrive at my destination. And what do you do for a living? I already told you I'm a stalker. Ormuzd separated people from animals, implanting in us the unquenchable spark of reason. The secrets of forgotten bunkers, the life of villages cut off from the world, the ruins of ancient settlements, even the songs of the steppe people gathered around a fire. Everything is fuel for the flame I am trying to kindle from this spark. And what can you tell me about Trudograd? Ormuzd teaches us, the truly wealthy are those who are reasonable, healthy and live without fear, happy with their lives. Well, that's indeed a good philosophy there. Therefore, it has always been strange to hear the locals say that the rich people run everything in the city. Ridiculous. Know this, Hardball. Trudograd is a city of beggars. Or is that so? Well, that doesn't sound like we can make a lot of money here then. I kind of don't believe that, though. Can you share some rumors with me? Rumors are a small coin. My treasury is the mine. My riches are knowledge. If you are thirsty for it, Hardball, I will give you a drink. But only once, because he who depends on one source will grow lazy. I can tell you about the ruins of Albini, the bloody waterfall of the mountain pass of Wus, Bronzovka, and Azov 404. Well, we know this bloody waterfall of the mountain pass of Wus. Well, what about these ruins? Albini. Albini is an evaporated lake far to the south. I wandered along its bottom, studying the skeletons of wrecked boats. However, the stalker-worthy find that day was not made by me, but by a group of local farmers who came to collect dried algae to fertilize their fields. They dug up a slab hidden beneath the silt, cut from a single piece of black marble. After a day spent on excavation, the farmers realized this was the roof of an unknown structure. They had uncovered the ruins of an ancient city. A city of black marble, with 5-pointed temples, trident-shaped spires and weird minarets. Whose hand raised this place, and when? The answer was beyond both the farmers and myself. Oh, that's interesting. And you mentioned some kind of Bronzovka. You won't find this elusive village on any map. The most experienced stalkers consider it a myth, the philosopher's stone of our profession. Yet I've been there, though both I and my fellow travelers only remember vague details, as if that place wishes to leave no trace, neither in the world nor in memory. We discovered empty houses, with tables set for the meal, tea still warm and fresh bread on the counter of the general store. But no matter how much we ate, the food did not sate our hunger, and the water from the well did not quench our thirst. Wow, how's that? Your guess is as good as mine. I remember we kicked down a door, but the moment we looked away, it returned to its hinges. One of my companions cut himself on a bit of broken glass, and when we left the village, the wound disappeared. The guy told us that his previous group quarreled over loot. One of them had his skull split open with a brick. But when the corpse was dragged out of the village, it came to life. He just mumbled about some chairman. This whole anomaly seems to be stuck in time. As we were leaving, I looked in the window of the house we just ransacked. The tea we drank was back. In the same place around the table, on the same tablecloth I stole. And my backpack was empty. In a word, the whole experience was an illusion. Well, that is indeed intriguing. Well, and Azov 404, what's that? Subterranean city in the Altai Mountains. I can't say more, for its coordinates are a valuable commodity among my friends, but I will never forget the route to this protected place. First, a natural cave and a path inside which ends at a huge steel gate. And behind that gate the residential buildings, shops, even a tram system, and all this inside of a mountain. How many miracles must this fantastic structure hide? Unfortunately, that is not for me to know. At the time of my visit it was packed with dangerous mutants, so we couldn't explore for long. Well, that sounds super intriguing. We want to go there. And well, what do you know about that waterfall? A few years ago I went to see my friends in an old castle standing in the middle of the distant mountain pass of Woos. It was they who gave me the coordinates of this mysterious place where the water was like blood. The liquid itself was red, but the taste, I ventured to take a single sip, was indistinguishable from water. Strange, yes? I wonder what gave rise to such an anomaly. Well, you know, it's just caused by some minerals. That's what we heard, at least a while back. You know, also we met quite the attractive girl there, but she had a pretty cruel character as well. But well, and also a cruel father. But well. So, well then, let's talk about something else. And change the subject. Whatever you say, just a moment. Oh! Bruh. Stalker unceremoniously exits the conversation, runs over to merchant stall selling hiking supplies. After a brief bit of haggling, he returns clutching his purchase to his chest. This is a non-linear scanner, a secret pre-war invention used to survey rooms for listening devices and weapons, a favorite gizmo of stalkers seeking hidden treasure. Finally, the latest version is available. Thanks for the conversation, Mera, but now I must be on my way. Where are you going? Some scientist from Astrakhan is organizing an expedition to the Dead City. Scientist, Mera. He will get eaten alive without an experienced adventurer to dupe, guide him. Ah, now we know. Well, okay, bye, Sher Khan. I would like that device as well. Why didn't he... The stalker merchant... Oh, I'm freezing over here. Hey there, mister. These wares are selling fast. Well, can you show me something? Like you just sold... Oh yeah, here, the scanner. A secret project of Soviet scientists used to scan environments for bugs and weapons. It's finicky, but still might lead you to a nice stash. Yeah. Okay, that's good that he has it. Okay, it's good to know. Okay, thank you. Oh, yeah. Cold. Condition caused by low air temperature at high values causes negative effects and death. Well, is there fire around here? Yeah, there's one there. Well, then let's go over there. So, but that was fun. So we checked out the marketplace. Ah yeah, now it's reducing. Oh yeah, interesting, okay. So, let's warm our hands at this fire. And I think we actually need some better clothes there. But that was cool. So, many thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it too. And like this video. And if you did, then please click the like button. If you didn't, dislike it. But please do tell what you did not like. Because, you know, seeing a dislike is not really helpful. And yeah, well, if you want to share any thoughts, feelings, tips and tricks, your own experience with the game or anything else that's on your mind about the apocalypse, snowy weather in August, or anything else that's on your mind, please do tell. And, well, let's talk about it in the comment section. You know you're always welcome. See you next time. Bye-bye.